G'day fellow miners and welcome back to the all-new digging finale. This is the second half of the finale, pardon me, the finale for my all-new digging Minecraft world. Just a little background for you guys. This is the second world that I created. I had a world that was an alpha world and I was on it for the longest time, and this is the world that I created after they made a few other changes to world gen and so forth. I think it was when they added stuff like jungles and a few other things like dogs or wolves and so forth, so that kind of explains a little bit of the background. Anyway, we can press on. Where do we go? Let's go down. This is the ice machine. Basically, this is a machine that produces blocks of ice, which I can then use for item transport. And it is accomplished by this incredibly long snake of basically there's a whole bunch of smart pistons which as they detect a block moving in front of them, well no, they're not quite smart pistons, they're more like bud pistons. So what happens is, this is in a snow biome. There's a block of water, a source block there under this block, like directly underneath, like, well, not directly, but there we go, it just worked then, as you can see. So an ice block forms, the piston detects the ice block forming by a block update, it pushes it out, and then these push the whole column down this way, and then push the blocks along into this, which is kind of, you know, the whole storage area, which again has block update pistons to shove stuff around and so forth. So if we look at this, you'll see that is a bud piston down there. So when we put a block on, oh, there we go, very nice. When we put a block in here, it detects it and it triggers this piston to push it out of the way, and this should be getting very close to being a complete line. And what happens once we fill a whole line, it'll push that up, there we go, and then it pushes out, and this will keep pushing out until it reaches this point here. And once it reaches this point here, that will trigger this special bud switch, which will close off the water. So it'll run a signal all the way down here behind this wall, and it will close off the ice so that no more ice will form. And that's to stop, the system being backed up when this fills up, when this whole area fills up. And then once I break this, or once I clear the room out, I can then reset the whole thing like that. So that will start creating ice again. And that's another special type of bud switch, actually a design that I came up with, which I'm pretty proud of. It's like a bud T, I guess a bud T flip-flop. So it'll stay active no matter what you do. If you add another, you can't get it to untrigger until you send a signal, another redstone signal. So I guess it's a bud RS NOR is more what it would be. So that's the ice factory, or the ice machine. Next we can probably go and have a look at the rail system very quickly. We'll go for a bit of a ride over to the donor village. Very important build in my world, because it celebrates you guys, mainly the people who have actually donated to my channel in the past. In the early stages, obviously, of a YouTube career, the income is, well, it's non-existent. So I had some people who kindly donated to me. I had people ask about, a long time ago, ask about a PayPal account, if I had a PayPal account, which I do, and they kindly donated to me. So I built, in celebration of that, I built this village, this donor village, basically, and we can see that we have quite a few houses here. Mr. One Wolf, very good friend of mine. He's a buddy of mine on the Hypermind / Hypercraft server. DocM77, he was a bit of a mentor for me. Gave me a lot of good advice and a lot of encouragement early on, and he also donated. Pardon me. Albernac, another Hypermind buddy. Trial 7, very, very old subscriber. Well, not an old subscriber, someone who's been subscribed to me for a long, long time. What do we got? We've got Cerberus Black, another Hypermind buddy, although he hasn't been on for a while. And the Unevolution, another buddy I've gamed with a few times, and he's a long-time subscriber as well. Sir Bananas, he's another old school, long-time subscriber. Lindsay, another old school subscriber. We have Disdained, a buddy of mine, who's currently AWOL. I don't know where he's gone. He's just vanished into the ether. I think he's probably very busy with family life. Mike Ambrose. Now, Mike Ambrose runs a server called MinecraftTunnel.com, and he's a top guy. He donated to me quite a few times, and he showed me a lot of support over the past 2-3 years that I've been doing this. Jadia 10 is another Aussie Minecrafter. I haven't heard from him for a long time either. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's another long-time subscriber. Oscar Alugos Minecraft, another long-time subscriber. Pardon me. Fish Twit. Haven't heard from Fish Twit for a long time either. He's been a subscriber for a long time. Not sure whether he's still around, but he was kind enough to donate to me. Ben Simon 94, he's still about, I believe. He was another long-time subscriber who decided to financially support my channel. Panda, he is a DocM friend of DocM. Basically, he's one of the guys that came to me through DocM. He was kind enough to subscribe as well. My little buddy Doc Redstone, the resident village fisherman. He's been a subscriber of mine for a long time too. Then we can go over to this way, so you can see we've got quite a few houses here. One Noble Guy, he's another old school subscriber. I haven't heard from him for a while either. Captain Caps Floss, he is a German bloke who is a friend of Cerberus Black. He came to me through Cerberus Black. Menace is a guy I used to game with a lot. And then we have Reiner Razzo, another old school subscriber. And then way over here, and we could probably get about quicker this way, Mr. Can's house. Mr. Can. Now, Mr. Can is another YouTuber. He does some really good stuff. He's kind of underappreciated in the whole Minecraft YouTube community. He does some really good videos. He's got a really good commentary style. He's a kind of commentary that I like. He's not that, Sky does Minecraft screaming at the top of his voice, insanity type. So Mr. Can, check him out. He's a decent guy. And then over here we have this is a day and night sensor using bud switches. This is something that we had to do in order to have lights turn on and off during the day, when it went from day to night, sorry. So this has all been reduced to one little block now, of course, with the day-night sensor that came with the quartz changes, which is another reason why I need to really pull up stakes and move to a new world. Basically, I won't go into how it works. It was designed by a good friend of mine, actually, who I done quite a bit of Minecraft PvP with. I can't remember his name though. Dang. Anyway, he's a brilliant redstone designer, and I wish I could remember his name. Anyway, go back to videos in the past where I installed this thing, and I'm sure his name will be in there. So that's the village. What I might do is I might make a cut here, and then I'll head to the next destination via the rail system. So I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. We're back here. This is a little map of the world. The auto-generated map. So we've got this is the home base here, and this is the donor village out here. I did kind of forget that we've got this upper section to the world as well, this part up here at the top, and I can only get up there at the moment using ender pearls because this elevator is broken, and this is an elevator that I designed and that another subscriber helped me tweak and play around with. As you can see, I've been trying to fix it, but unfortunately I haven't been able to. But these are tree farms that were designed by Zoomovoid, and basically what they do is you cut down the trees. As you can see with the oak trees, they'll grow right next to each other. So you cut your trees down, and once they're all cut down, you come over here and you flip this lever, and that lever turns on a water stream. As these leaves decay, they will get washed down into this trench, and I'm going to fall in. No, good. They'll get washed down into that trench, and I have fitted a hopper dropper feeder which will pick up the saplings and then put them into this chest here. So you can see the hopper there, and once upon a time you would just stand down here and kind of AFK there while all the saplings washed in. So that's the tree farms, those tree farms. Here's another one over here which was for birchwood. Then I built this. I wanted to build a kind of a semi, well, I guess I'll call it, I'm being blowing my own trumpet, but a bit of an epic building up here, and I think I kind of accomplished that with this building. This is the well, it's kind of a manual jungle tree farm, but it's more like a bit of a sort of an arboretum. And I really like this building. It's one of my favourite buildings. Silly trees replacing the glass with leaves. It's one of my favourite buildings in the world. I mean, aesthetically, it just looks beautiful, you know. And the addition of these new sandstone blocks, well, they're new to me. Some of you probably haven't played the game that without these blocks. Once upon a time it was just those sandstone blocks, but I think it was Jeb in his infinite wisdom decided to add some more decorative blocks. So this is the tree farm area, and then we can carry on a little bit over here. We can look down into the enchanting room, but over here is this is part of the chicken farm, and what this is a bunch of dispensers that you put eggs in, and you flip this switch and the dispensers fire the eggs out, and chickens hatch, and they go down into the chicken farm. Something that I was actually working on. The chicken farm is empty at the moment, and I was again working on, that's another project that remains unfinished. We've got this lovely drop here, the water drop to get us back down. This elevator, it's a boat elevator, so there'd be a boat here. This boat elevator was reversible. You could ride it up or down. Mystics is the guy that helped me fix it. He came up with this final design, the way this is encased, which is beautiful. And basically what you would do is you'd hop in the boat, and then from the boat you would press this button. But unfortunately, for some reason, some of these dispensers are double triggering and it doesn't work anymore. So that is the boat lift. Okay, so what have we got left? We have got, let's do this, let's go over to the, I won't go to Spider Town because that's completely unfinished, and it was just basically an area I found like 5 spider spawners in. But we're going to go to the jungle, and I'm going to do a bit of a speedy uppy montagey bit here, because this is a very long journey. It takes about 2 minutes to get from here to the jungle. So speedy uppy bit, engage! And finally we come to the end of this long journey. And basically this super long journey was down to the fact that I thought that hello, I thought that these zombies are certainly interested. I thought that this was the closest jungle to ooh, you can get back, bro. Ooh. Sorry about this. Whew. Anyway, I thought that this was the closest jungle. It turned out it wasn't. There was a jungle closer. But anyway, it's a nice train ride. And this is it. This is the jungle outpost. This is a bit of an unfinished project. I would really have loved to have completed this particular build, but I just couldn't get any real inspiration to knock it out. But I really like it as far as an aesthetic build goes. It looks kind of cool. You can see there's large thingamies in thingamies, like treehousey things. Whee! Splash. Oh, hey, skeletons. Oh. Oh! Whoa, boy. Oh, wow. He was in the water and he damaged the land. That's weird. So many mobs here. Anyway, let's get up here. There used to be a boat, well, I guess, I think it was a minecart lift actually, like where you would click from one minecart to another. I believe I have to get off here. But that stopped working for some reason. So I have this kind of ghetto way of getting up here at the moment. So this was the jungle outpost. It's quite a nice area here. That's the drop that I put in to get back down. But I never really got around to completing this build and I would have liked to have, but I just couldn't get the inspiration to kind of make it really epic. But it was starting out, it started out quite nice, and I put a nether portal, which is good because we need to go into the nether. So that's the jungle outpost. We'll head into the nether. And then we have our nether rail here. So we'll grab a ride on the nether rail. I might cut it here, and when we get back to the small nether hub, we'll go from there. We are here at the nether hub. This is the various tracks that go to different places. This one here goes to my nether fortress and my blaze farm. And the blaze farm is the one that was designed by I think it's an Azumavoid design. Ooh. I don't know why that's there. I think it's an Azumavoid design. I have some brewing stations here. And then we have the blaze farm, which I'm not going to activate. Actually, I think it might have been a sort of an Etho design inspired by Azumavoid, the way Azumavoid had built his. So we have a bunch of piston pushers that will push the blazes down into a cone shape, and then this section down here was designed by Etho. I believe it's like a crusher, although I changed it for a poison splash poison potion dispenser, and then I would throw one of these instant splash damage 2s to kill them all off. Then I have this enchanting table here. This is some of the wiring behind it. I'm not going to go into that. That's not important. So that is the blaze spawner. There's just a little area down here which I kind of stairs used to go down and then back up again. I just skipped it by rebuilding a bit of the fortress. We will take a ride back to the nether hub, and I'll give a quick cut here too. So be right back, guys. And then our final track, and there's so many pigmen. I'm going to have to get into Pigman War. Our final track leads us to the stronghold, and I know there's going to be pigmen on this track somewhere. So this was our track to the stronghold. We'll send our cart back, because when we come back we'll be back at the bed. So this portal this portal just takes us to the oh, really? I never did anything with the silverfish spawner, and I just kind of left this room sort of rough. I guess there's a bed here. Maybe I can... Nope, can only sleep at night. Oops. Alright, so let's go through to the end. And then oop, I don't want to look at these guys. Oh, did I anger him? Nope. So this is the end base. Oh. This path leads out to the Enderman XP farm, which is I guess Etho was the first person to kind of popularize these end farms. I really like this build too. Aesthetically wise, it's very nice. There's my dragon egg. Basically, this is like a similar version to what Etho built, but mine is a tower, and I This is kind of my own design. It's a it's a 5 wide, like a 5x5 kind of piston pusher system, and then it pushes the guys into the middle, and you can see how it's set up. It's the same sort of piston pusher system as you know, standard spawners have. And let's see if we can do this without dying. Ooh! And then what you do is you just stand in the middle here, and then you one hit the extremely loud Endermen, and you get your pearls and so forth. I better eat before I die. And of course I have an enchanting table here to enchant, and I have, I think, some books. Nope, I don't have any books. This is just leftover materials. What is this guy up to? Bye bye. That was probably silly. Just some leftover materials. Lots of ender pearls. My secondary stuff in my end chest. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the whole tour of everything in my world. Pretty sure I haven't forgotten anything. I did forget one thing. Is sand generator doesn't work, doesn't really matter. And I believe last episode was talking about it, so you can go and check it out there if you want, or the episode before. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the world tour. And it appropriately ends in the end. So I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. There is a new adventure coming though. I'm going to be joining, well, I'm already joined, but I'm going to be continuing my vanilla adventures on the Hypercraft server, which is the vanilla server for Hypermine. Hypermine, for those of you that followed it, Hypermine is officially ended. There is another server up, but I don't think I'll do a series from it. Maybe I'll do a couple of videos from it. I want to kind of go back to vanilla and concentrate on that. But that's it, guys. I want to thank you all for watching, and most of all, keep on digging.